everyone. It is Wednesday, the 22nd of May, and Wednesday means hangout day with Amanda. But she just ran in for a doctor's appointment. And this one back here said she was sick this morning. I don't believe it. I think she just didn't want to go to school, which is unfortunate because it's testing week, so she's probably missing her state testing right now.
We already did it.
You already did it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The other testing out of the way.
Okay. Well, she is hanging out. So we are sitting in the car while Amanda is inside at her doctor's appointment, and then we will be going to knitting. And I am working on my daughter's sweater. So hopefully I remember to talk about the sweater and why it's taking so long on the podcast, but I'm going to briefly mention it here. Part of it is because, first of all, it's double crochet. So double crochet usually goes really, really fast. However, this is connected double crochet. So instead of just wrapping and working, the wrap is worked, like the equivalent of the wrap is worked by going through the loop on the side of the double crochet, pulling up a loop, and then completing the double crochet as normal. That little tweak to the step makes this take so much longer. But it also creates a fabric that doesn't have the holes that double crochet normally has, and it's less likely to stretch from the weight of the sweater as my daughter's wearing it. So that's why I'm doing it that way. And I am on the yoke. I have 3 rows done above the arms, and there are 7 rows. So I'm getting close. I'm on row 4 of 7. And then I will just have sleeves and buttons to do. Do I think I can finish the yoke of this today? Is the question. I was working on, while my sister took a nap, I was working on the Scraposaurus sock, but I didn't bring enough of the scrap that I was working on to finish the section. So that project is on pause until I get home and pull out the rest of the scrap of that. I feel like I didn't bring enough knitting, which is preposterous. I'm going to a yarn store. But I have the trough, which is on the bind off. I did a little bit more of the bind off than I had last night. Still, a ton to go. But I worked away on that, and then the only other thing I have is a little bit of spinning so that I can have enough of that red fiber to finish the chaotic neutral. And then I think I'm going to use that red fiber to make a tri-tine hat so that I can have like matching accessories to my my chaotic neutral for the winter time. That would be fancy to have matching stuff, because I'm going to have enough of my gourmet stash to make fingerless mitts for sure. And I'm thinking to keep the gradient together, I will just do like I did for the what is that? The tick mitts that I did together, and then steeked up the side. I think I'll do something like that, but instead of doing the pattern from the tick mitts, I might do the pattern from the Talk socks as mitts. I don't know. These are thoughts that I'm having, but I don't think I'm starting any of them this month. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and it just started raining, which is lovely. I love sitting in the car in rain. Actual fact, not sarcasm. I really just love rain. That's what it is. Okay, I will check in with you guys later. Bye! So we didn't end up going to knitting today. We just hung out at my sister's house after the doctor's appointment. We went to Panera for lunch, and then after Panera we went to Tuesday Morning, which she had never been to before. and I will show you all of the things that I got from Tuesday morning after I got home from school. But then we just took a nap instead, and now I'm in the parent pickup line, and my sister is parked in front of me. And I've done enough peopling for today, so I'm going to sit in my car instead of hang out with her. So as promised, I am home, and I am going to do a little bit of a Tuesday morning haul. But before that, I do have some crafting progress to show you. I started spinning the red fiber that I'm going to spin. I think if I finish spinning this piece, I should have enough to get me through the rest of the week. So this is priority one, is finish this spin so I can get it on the Niddy Noddy, so I can soak it and dry it, so that tomorrow I can only be the day behind. And then worked on my daughter's sweater, and I finished the yoke. So now I am on the first sleeve, and realistically, the first sleeve will be done tonight also. There's not that much to go. And I did some more on the bind off for the poncho. So this is what I have bound off so far. All of this. This is the halfway mark. So I'm almost halfway. I'm super close. I'm getting there. So I'm not going to hold myself to finishing that by tonight though, because I-cord bind offs are boring. I also have this sock, but I didn't bring enough of the green color to finish the green section. So this is, I worked until I ran out. I have dropped my stitch marker, but I have 5 rounds to go on the green before I start fading in the next color. So that sock is coming along. And now for the haul. It's kind of a lot, but I won't take too long. I'm not going to describe everything. So if you don't like haul videos, just skip ahead a minute or two. I had never been to Tuesday Morning before, which is an outlet store, although I've heard of it lots of times. So this is not for me. This is for my daughter. My sister saw it and she was like, well, Mara needs a new sketchbook. I think I'm going to set this aside though, so that it can go to the hotel with us this weekend. And my sister saw this and she was like, well, you have to have this. So I didn't have a choice whether or not I wanted this notebook, but you can never have too many notebooks. I really, really like face wipes in the summertime. Like, this is my favorite thing, is face cleansing cloths, because as soon as my face is clean, I feel a bajillion times more refreshed, and this is pink grapefruit and mint. And then we found the crafting section, and I now have Wisdom Yarns Pros. I've used Wisdom Yarns before, but not this base. But this is a, what is this? This is a 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon. And I think this is what I'm going to cast on for the baseball game tomorrow, because these are Detroit Tigers colors. And even though I'm not generally a matchy-matchy person, I also sometimes am a matchy-matchy person. So I'm going to bring this, but I also got 2 other skeins of sock yarn, because sock yarn doesn't count as stash. These are Universal Yarns Adore colors in 55% superwash merino, 45% acrylic. So we'll see how I like it. And it's also 273 yards for 100 grams. So these would be more like sport weight socks. And they came in my colors and my sister's colors. So how fortuitous is that? I think we're both going to get some sport weight socks for Christmas, even though, you know, we already have Christmas socks waiting for us. Whatever, we're grown-ups, we make our own rules. And then they had these beautiful candles. There was another one that I kind of really liked. It was
sandalwood and vanilla, which is, or maybe it was rosewood and vanilla, which smelled really, really good. I love vanilla scented things so much, and sandalwood and vanilla are my favorite scents, and the combination is even better. But this one is tangerine and guava. Oh, it smells so good. You want to smell it? Yeah. Doesn't that smell delicious? So good. And I found some green snowflake washi tape. What? Oh, it's perfect because you can always find blue snowflake washi tape, but green, I'm super excited about that. And then there is some mermaid washi tape. There was another washi in here, and it was purple and blue and green scales separated by little silver outlines, but my sister wanted that one. So I gave it to her. I have these washies. I love washi tape. It's a problem. I got some charcoal detox and lift eye contour serum. Because I wanted to try it, because sometimes I do fancy things for my skin. And I have headphones. I have been wanting this kind of headphones rather than earbuds for a really long time because I have really sensitive ear canals. I've always had ear, nose, throat problems. So having the earbuds in, I can do it for about 20 minutes, and then my ears start to hurt, the canals themselves start to hurt, the eardrums get upset, so I just really needed some bigger headphones. So we found those. This is super, super cool. This is a charging station. So you plug it in and you have to, these little cords aren't provided, so you have to provide your own cords that go from the charging station to the things. But it's got these little panels that hold everything upright. And this is going to be a game changer because at the end of the night, I collect both children's tablets and I have my phone, and all of those things need to charge. And all of the chargers, except the one that I will not let anybody but me touch, disappear. They all disappear. So I'm going to have this set up, and the children will be able to plug in their things at the end of the night, but they will not be allowed to take the cords. But that way we all have a place to charge things. And this will be really, really good for our trip. Also, when we go camping, this will be really, really good for camping because our place has an outlet, and we're going to be there for a week. And realistically, if it's raining, everybody's going to be inside the tent, and it would just be nice to have the tablets on the chance that it rains for, 2 or 3 days straight. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep them in my bag and not let the kids know that I packed them and keep them hidden. But I'm super excited about this. And the last thing is, well, I got a pack of gum, which is not exciting and I'm not going to show you, but look at this. This is the little teapot. See, what does it say? It says, do not microwave, dishwasher safe. So it comes with a little strainer, which is super exciting. And I have a teapot, but 2 teapots is better than 1. And I can take this on our trip also and brew tea on our trip because we bought some tea and some snacks while we were there, and my sister got a bunch of stuff for herself. But that's everything that is mine from Tuesday morning. So I am going to go ahead and work on those things. We might go to the library tonight, honestly. So, because I don't actually think it's too much information, but some of you might, and I apologize if you think it is. I bled all through my feminine hygiene products this morning. I'm actually wearing a pair of my sister's pajamas because I bled all over her seat. Luckily, she has leather seats, so I was just able to wipe it up. But now I kind of just don't want to do anything. It's like that moment in middle school where you get your period for the first time and you're just freaked out about it. Hi. So now I don't want to go anywhere. I'm trying to regen spoons so that I could take this one to the library because she wants to go to the library.
Yeah, why? Well, because last time I finished my Whisker Havens book.
Mm-hmm.
Mom,
What?
what happens when we turn our book?
Then they check it back in and they put it back on the shelf and you can get a new one.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, thank you. I love you.
Love you too, but though, do you know where the black scissors are?
I think the black scissors are under the jeans right there. On my bed. Pretty sure.
No.
Okay, well then I don't know where they are.
Oh wait, I found them.
Oh, they were exactly where I said they were? Shocker. So yeah. So I'm trying to regen the spoons, but I really just want to stay in my bed all day. Luckily, my children are really, really understanding about my period because I talk to my kids about my period and I tell them up front when I'm getting it so that they know why I'm cranky and that they should just avoid mom for a little bit. And yeah, they're super understanding and super great about the fact that I just don't feel really well. Like my energy is super low. I'm tired and cranky, and they're really, really good about it. I have the best kids. I really do. So, anyway, I'm going to go craft and I will check in tonight. Hey guys, it's like an hour-ish later. I have a really bad headache, so we're not going anywhere. Luckily, my daughter is understanding about that. I'll try to take her. Probably not tomorrow because the field trip goes late and then my son has hockey. But maybe on Friday we'll go to the library. And Saturday we're going to the movies. And then Sunday we're going on a new vacation. So we're doing a lot of things, just not today. I got a birthday card in the mail. This is from my kid's dad's mom. She sent me a little birthday card and a Panera gift card, which is awesome because this is where we stop when we meet their dad for like when I don't drive all the way down to Cincinnati when we meet halfway. We almost always stop at Panera. So in the hour since I last checked in, I finished spinning that little bit of fiber. I'm going to let it rest for an episode of a podcast or something and then wind it off so I can soak it. And I have cast on the sock that I'm taking tomorrow. I actually casted it on out of Serenity sock because I want a pretty decent black cuff on it. I really, really like contrasting heels, toes, and cuffs. And I think what I'm going to do is I am going to make these socks for my son, officially for my son, but I'm going to make them in my size. His feet are a little bit smaller, whatever. So that when he outgrows them, they can be mine and they can be like souvenir socks because they're tigers, kind of tigers colors. I just think that'll be fun. And I have not decided if I'm going to do a pattern down the sock or if I'm just going to make it a vanilla sock. I was thinking I was going to do patterning so that it wouldn't be super, super boring and so that I would have something to think on while I was at the ball game. However, I don't know if that's what I want to do because then we're going to the movies on Saturday. So, this is what I'm thinking. Let me know what you think down below. I'm thinking that I might do just a slip stitch pattern around at the ball game tomorrow. And do this is the issue. So I kind of want to make the socks as long as possible because my son really, really likes long socks. So I'm thinking of just doing a long tube and then splitting it later and doing like I did for the other socks where I do a long tube, finish it with a toe, split the tube in the middle, knit on another toe, start a cuff and Kitchener that on, and then maybe pop in heels, but maybe not, maybe leave them tube socks. So I don't know, with that being the plan, if I want to do like a slight ribbing pattern all the way down, or no, if I just want to make them vanilla so that I can take them to the movies. If I do, because I was thinking maybe a slip stitch pattern, but the type of slip stitch pattern that I was thinking was the kind that you do when you change the colors. I guess I could also do a slip stitch where you do um, like down the leg every so many stitches you slip stitch on every other round. I guess I could do something like that, sort of like those socks that I just made. What were they? The pinstripe socks. That's how that worked. It was just slip stitches. I could do that in the dark, or I could do a slip stitch pattern at the baseball game, and then instead of doing just a really long tube, I could put in heels and work the foot of it at the movie, or I could just do a ribbing pattern that is very regular. That is something I can do in the dark because I can do ribbing in the dark. Don't know. I want to get through the cuff tonight and attach the skein to um, to what I have right here, but that's as far as I'm going to get tonight. So that won't even give you time to vote, will it? So I guess what you're voting on is if I should do a patterned leg and then a solid foot for the movie theater, or if I should figure something else out for the movie theater, or I will be deciding if I'm doing a slip stitch pattern or a ribbing pattern tomorrow when I pick it up and decide how involved I want to be. I don't, talking this out, I think I'm going to do ribbing on the leg. So you guys helped me out, but let me know if you think I should do a ribbed leg and then do the heels and then work straight down the foot, or if I should just do a ribbed tube, which would mean there would be ribbing on the bottom of the foot, and just go as long as I can and then split it as a ribbed tube. That's my question. One sock, do the option one, do a ribbed leg tomorrow, put in a heel, work a stockinette foot on Saturday. Or work a ribbed tube tomorrow and just keep it going as a ribbed tube until I'm done with it and then split it and there will be ribbing on the bottom of the foot. So I think I'm going to take a momentary break and put away my my haul from Tuesday morning. I've been slowly putting it away as I get up, but I think I'm going to just put it all away right now. And part of that is packing some of it for our vacation um, on Sunday, because I like to pack things early. And I showed you last week when I was getting ready for the drive down to Cincinnati, the list that I had. Well, it's Wednesday. I have this much already packed because everything that's underlined is done and the things that are X'd are finished for clothes. So like I wanted three shirts for Mara. I only have two, so that's not X'd off, but like those are already all packed because I always start packing early. You know what's going to happen as soon as we get back from this vacation? I'm going to unpack what I don't need in the bag and then start repacking for the ZK because that's only 3 weeks later. Why do I need stuff packed by then? I don't. It just makes me feel better to have it already packed. Things that I'm not already going to use or already have extras of, like deodorant. I have extra deodorant. I have extra razors. I have extra face wash. So I think that's what I'm going to do now. And then I'm going to get back to knitting and hopefully finish. Well, I'm definitely going to finish this cuff tonight and work on the sweater sleeve. Let me show you that. That's a little bit longer. I put on a few, 2, 3 more rounds. I will probably check back in with you guys.